All right, what's going on YouTube? So back with another video. This one's going to be a little all over the place, but this one's going to be going over the snow methanol kit that I installed on the Supra. I'll give you the TLDR in case you guys just want to skip through and you don't want to watch it. The methanol kit's great. It's great to add methanol to a car. It helps with charge air temps. It helps you make more power. If you're going to buy it, don't buy the stage 2. Just go ahead and buy the kit from Titan that has the bracket. And then if you decided to run like an AEM, there's another company that makes an AEM kit. So there's your TLDR. If you want to run methanol, it's great. I love it. Works great on this car. But if you want to skip from here, you can. I'll kind of go over the way that I have the kit set up. I'll go over my impressions of why I don't like the stage 2 kit, and I recommend just going ahead and going with maybe the stage 2.5, which I think the Titan kit may be a stage 2, but the bracket is super helpful. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the install. So here I have, it's mounted back here. This is the same place that the Titan mounts theirs. I just have this up here because the pump is on the back. I also have some plastic covering it just for when I wash the car. I don't want it just dumping water on it. It does say that the pump can be waterproof, but something about not having wheel splash, so whatever. But I made this bracket here. Let's see, I'll just go ahead and try to open this up here. So I'll put my camera down here, try to get this open. So here's the top side. This is the tank. Back here is the, this is the pump. And then I just followed the instructions from Titan on theirs. I just made my own bracket. So there's that. It works, whatever. I was going to install the washer fluid reservoir, or not the reservoir, but there's like a little adapter that they use that you plug in the bottom, you drill a hole. The problem is that the tank sets really low. So there's not really a great place to get the pump mounted that's below that level. And also on this side, there's not a lot of space between the fender and the actual inner structure of the car. So somebody could probably make it work if they wanted to pull the fender off and make if they don't use that particular bung, they use one of these fittings here. You could probably do that, drill a hole, set it up, use some type of I think it's E6000 is methanol resistant. You could run that. But you would have to find somewhere to mount the pump out of the way. So that's an option if you guys don't want to run the reservoir up here. I like the idea of trying to use the washer reservoir if you can, because it allows for the sensor, right? So there's the sensor there, so it's going to show up on your dash, so you know when your tank's low. As I kind of go through here, I'll talk about it, but I went to the dual nozzle. I haven't ran the dual nozzle just yet. I just got that installed a few days ago, probably 3 or 4 days ago. I just haven't had time to take the car out yet. I'm not in love with the way that I have this set up here. I might change it later on. But since you have to run it and it has to tee like this, that's the best way I could kind of come up with to run it. So I could potentially even move this back, maybe back here, and hot it, and then just run the 2 lines. But for now, that's going to work. The other thing you'll need with this kit, so it will come with regardless if you buy the stage 2, the stage 2.5, the Titan kit, whatever, it'll come with your hoses and all of that. It'll come with 2 nozzles, a 6 and a 4, but some of them will come with a boost tap. I believe Titans may. I had to buy this boost tap. This one's from Torque Solutions. You can get the snow one. It's the same thing. It's just the B58. I think it's B48, B58. So you can use that. So it will give you a boost reference. In terms of setup for the car, the car's got just factory plugs. I just did a set of NGKs. They are, it's whatever the factory is. So 96206. So just factory, gap to the factory plug settings, all that good stuff. So no issue there. Also, my toolbox looks blue. It's purple. Anyway, so that's, you don't have to run colder plugs, all that stuff. A lot of people have just said just run the factory plugs, or in this case, I ran the NGKs because they were on sale at FCP Euro. Not sponsored, but hey, FCP, you want to send me some stuff? Go ahead. There's that. You can run 1 jet, you can run 2 jets. Even if you just run a 6, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to help. or you can, go to the dual jet and even run the 6 and the 4 if you don't want to buy the jets, because they're about 35 or 40 bucks a piece. Next thing, so methanol, I'm mixing 70-30. You can run 50-50. According to Snow, there was a study done back in World War II that essentially said that 50-50 is kind of the best all-around mixture. You can mix it yourself. You can buy the juice. At the time of recording, I think Boost Juice is $20 a gallon, and VP's version, I think, is like 10 or 15. I pay $3 a gallon for methanol. So that white jug is methanol. So you do the math. $3 for that, $1 for a jug of distilled water, you mix it. So it's still costing me technically less than $4 a gallon. So you do it based on weight. You don't actually do it based on volume. So with that one, there's 70, there's both 70-30. They're just different colors. I've been kind of messing around with what color kind of looks best, so I can easily identify it. So I'm just using washer bottles for that. And then I also have that washer bottle, which is just regular washer fluid, which I'll dump into a bottle. So I'll have three jugs of it basically ready to go at any time. That way I know when I need to refill, I can go down, pay $3 a gallon for it, and then come back and mix it. So here's where I have the little gauge or control pad mounted. I wanted it out of the way. I didn't really want it on the dash. I have all the wires tucked back up and around so you can't see it. There's a control box that's under the floor pan. That's another reason, or not the floor pan, but like the carpet. It's another reason that I don't like the Stage 2 kit, because it has that box. And the box itself isn't sealed, so you can't put it out there, because if it gets water on it, it's going to fry it. So I have it on the inside. And then there's this little control pad. One of the other issues I don't like about the Stage 2 is there's no purge. I would always tend to purge the methanol kit before my wife would do a hit. So if we were going to go send a log to her tuner, we would purge it before, as she was driving, just 30, 45 seconds before we would do the run, enough that the air fuel would have time to adjust, but it would still kind of help cool the charge. But that also made sure, just kind of in my mind, that we had no issues. That one also had a solenoid as well. This one does not have a solenoid. Granted, it's not necessarily a huge issue. It's not like it's going to suck the methanol in, because it's going in the charge pipe, right? So you're not really going to have an issue. It's not under vacuum. So you don't have to run a solenoid unless you want to. You can always add them and wire them in. There's no purge option. I tried everything on this keypad. I looked it up. There's no option. I wish they would at least add a purge option. I would be a little bit happier with that if they did. So that's why I kind of recommend the Stage 2, but you have to run like or Stage 2.5. You have to run the gauge. And the issue with that too, that I'm not a huge fan of, is you have to basically wire everything in, where this, like the gauge, plugs into the box. And for the box, I only had to run a power wire, a ground wire, a trigger wire, and I think that was it. I think it was only like 3 wires. So there's that. Also, down here in the kick panel is the fuse box. There is a write-up not only from Titan, there's also some information on the forum about it, but essentially you just pull the fuse and use an add a fuse, or add a circuit, or whatever it's called, and put it in there. So it basically runs off the cigarette lighter, or 12 volt. I guess 12 volts what it's called now. But you basically just swap that out. So that way you're pretty much going to be able to handle the amperage. I don't really think I'm ever going to see 30 amps, I think, or 20 amps or whatever it is, but it's there. That's what Titan recommends. They've done the research. I'm going to trust them on it. So once again, not sponsored by Titan either, but if Titan wants to send me some parts or some wheels or whatever they got on their website, by all means, go ahead and send it. So yeah, so it's not really a difficult install. I feel like the 2.5 is more difficult because of all the wiring that you have to do. There's no level sensor on this either, which is something else that some people might want. Which I think you can. I think the 2.5 has it, but this one doesn't. It comes with it in the box, which is crazy. It comes with the level sensor and the LED for it, but there's no way to wire it up. So you're kind of, I'll keep you guys posted on that, for anybody that has a Supra, or really anybody that wants to get into methanol. This could really apply to any B58 platform with the way that it's set up, because it's going to be set up very similar. maybe even S58. I'm not familiar on the S58 stuff or the S55 stuff. Obviously, a B58 is what I have. So other than that, I'm pretty happy, pretty excited to try this out. I have some other stuff waiting to go on the car, which will hopefully be on probably by the time this video is actually posted, but it's going to be, a week or so here. I'm waiting on the last final things to kind of come in, and waiting on some stuff to come in for my wife's car so she can go back to driving it. So I have my beater back in case I need to go in any parts runs or anything. So that will conclude this video. If you guys have questions, or you're interested in running methanol, just post a comment. I'll answer what I can. I'm not the most knowledgeable person on it, but this is the second kit that I've installed. One on the EcoBoost, one on this one, and so far I have a pretty decent understanding of how it works. So if you guys have questions, post them in the comments. I'll respond to them as quickly as I can. And then if you guys want to subscribe or like or comment, please go ahead and do that. I'm really just doing this. I'm really doing YouTube at this point just to help others that may want to know about these products or might want to continue or potentially run them, and they want some feedback or other opinions, because some of the stuff, there's not a lot of information on YouTube. Like, I know there's methanol stuff on YouTube for the A90 platform, but I feel like some of it isn't as in-depth, or it doesn't answer some of the questions that people may have. So feel free to ask questions. I'll be happy to help, and see you guys later, and God bless.